Centripetal force.
Oh, well, that's not
as
gravity.
opposed to sci-fi gizmo.
That's not gravity at all.
It feels.
Well, it's
like
accelerative force, so it is
Yeah.
quite different, I suppose.
Yeah, I was just wondering, like, how big is a space station if it's got real gravity?
Yeah.
I mean, if we landed on the Death Star, I mean, like, that'd be pretty cool too.
That
but-
technically does have real gravity, yes.
Oh, definitely.
does have gravity.
But again,
But
that's
yes,
a space station the size of a moon.
You all landed. Around you is like essentially a small bazaar / market. You can see outside of your window people walking around in between the landing docks. That sort of thing. You flew through. I guess if any of you guys ever played Elite Dangerous,
Yes.
Yes.
Unfortunately not.
do you know when you fly through that like hologram thing in front of the space stations? I don't know what to call it.
No, I
fly
hated
through
I hated docking so much that I stopped playing after I docked the first time.
Basically, you fly through like a wall of light that pressurizes the inside of this space station because it's like a hollow ball essentially. That's what the space station is—a hollow ball, and you are on the inside of this ball going around. But yes, there is air and oxygen here, so you can refill your oxygen for free. But that's
Hooray.
counted into life support. So yeah,
I
you
love
get
that
your life.
complimentary oxygen.
Your ship is docked, and you are free to explore and talk and do whatever you need in the space station.
Well,
It is a
Captain, I believe in our contract here it says that you were providing all food and necessities. So as long as you're paying, let's go grab it.
She takes out a small, essentially USB-sized device, types something into it, plugs it into a COM pad, takes it out, and hands it to you, Jimmy.
Thank you very much.
It
I
is a
assume this
credit
is credit information.
It's credit stick.
Perfect.
It's basically just giving you a credit card.
Alright, Vespasia, are you ready to step foot into an alien vessel?
Well, it's a space station, right?
Exactly, it's an alien vessel from another world.
It's an alien vessel that doesn't like aliens.
Oh, well, this is the space station. Oh, this is the trading post.
It is.
Unlike
Yeah, it
any
is.
seen on your home world. Ooh.
Well, I'm excited for the adventure.
Let me make sure that this is the right song. Yeah. Let me play the busy spaceport music. Okay, so I assume, is there anything anyone wants to grab before leaving to go and explore and find some food?
Well, I mean, I got my space laser and knife, and they're just tucked away on me.
Yeah, I have my attendants. So, is this a space station where we're not allowed to bear arms?
You are not. Thank you for asking the question.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm gonna be
Mine-
disappointed.
Mine are
I
built
was just
in.
waiting
It's
for-
unavoidable.
Are
just
they?
waiting
Well, if it's unavoidable, it means you can't come.
But I'm gotta protect you.
You can't protect me if you get arrested. If anything, I need you, because this is important to me all in one, because you, by the mere act of your creation, you've been blessed with life. And it is important to me that you stay here and protect the ship to make sure that we have our escape route handy in case we need to leave in a hurry. Can you do this for me? I say,
As-
looking deep into his faceplate with watering eyes.
As you command. I will stand at the edge of the... whatever. The edge of the ship. The very delineation between space station and ship.
Meanwhile, Hunter, your weapons aren't attached directly to your arms. I guess you can come too if you wanted. Or you could stay on the ship. Your choice.
No, I'll come with you, but just because I'm not armed does not mean, just because I don't have a gun does not mean I'm not dangerous. And I flex my no, just kidding.
I do believe you
Good.
are.
We could use you to intimidate a couple of the shopkeepers. Maybe they'll give us a discount.
I would like to buy coffee. Do they have perhaps they have coffee?
Intimidate the baristas.
No, I mean like coffee beans to take with us.
You assume they might do, but it's probably not real.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm just checking.
I'll get some real, authentic, fake space coffee. And, yeah, it's up to Vespacia to get us some goods and pay for our refueling and all that.
Yeah. Let's go buy some
Um,
human food.
As you all step off the ship, the blast of cold air is what hits you first. You realize now that spending time inside the stellar constellation, the air has been warm and moist, which you assume is probably because there's a giant
Oh no,
weapon
I've
there.
known that since day 2.
Yeah, it's not been nice.
Just like a regular spaceship, full of 10 sweaty people, all in cramped, confined quarters with high-intensity technology right at the very rear end. It's perfect.
But as you kind of step out, you feel this breath of cold air, and it's refreshing and nice. And the next thing that hits you is the loud noise. Advertisements. Millions of them. Because this is a hollow environment, sound is just bouncing around. You can hear voices, people talking, engines, blah, 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 blah. It's not particularly nice. It's kind of like being inside the space station again, but like 1,000 times louder. As you step off and you walk towards the exit point to your docking bay, you do see a guard standing there, and he kind of puts his hand up to you. You see the humanoid form with the glass helmet, standard peacekeeper, white armor, with the symbol of the Jilthar Federation painted on his chest. He's holding what appears to be a small personal railgun, or like a bolt-action rifle. He puts his hand up to you and simply says, "Weapon search."
Right, and given the information we have, my weapons are going to be still on the ship, and apparently from what they'd uncovered, armor is also incredibly suspicious, so I suppose I am not wearing that either.
Well,
Yes.
I will present to them that this is my rapier and this is my staff of office, and thus not a weapon.
Roll me a talk charisma. Why not? They don't know you, but why would they? Yeah, a talk charisma check, please.
Well, again,
A talk charisma check, please.
no, I meant what this space station system. What is this? What is this called? And whose dominion is it?
It's in the Jilthar Federation.
Yeah, seeing as the Jiltar Federation and the Monopole Throne are good friends, we understand that you can. We understand there isn't any need for any acrimony. So there I am, and there is.
It's a long ass name. He looks you up and down as you kind of present this, and you see he pulls his compad out. You hear a deep sigh come from his visor. You just doot doot doot. It must stay sheathed at all times, madam. Drawing it would result in drawing fire at the guards. Turret pointed there.
I submit to your peace binding and hand him the sword. I assume they'll tie a tag around it and to prevent me.
No, he's not going to put anything on it. He just says, "Don't draw it. If you do, you get shot."
We understand and hope for a long-lasting peace, as we are all equal in the eyes of creation.
He looks to Hunter. He looks to you as Lady Demetilla is let through. It's Hunter next in line. He goes, "Oh, a native. Yeah, feel free. You carrying no weapons? We scanned you anyway. We're just trying to see if people are nice." So you're let straight through, Hunter. No problem.
He checks that I'm carrying for weapons, or he just lets me through.
He just lets you through. He basically said that you guys were scanned anyway when you landed here. He's just basically doing this as a formality.
All right.
And next is Jimmy. What are you wearing?
This is Jimmy. Well, apparently the Under Armour is actually perfectly acceptable, so I guess I'm wearing that and just regular street clothes.
The armored
So-
undersuit, a skin tight bodysuit anyway. So you're basically just wearing like a waterproof suit underneath clothes. He
Right.
looks you over. He looks you over and says, "Weapons check."
Yep, and I'll just like empty my pockets, just let out a little lint. I got
He pats
nothing.
you down. Pats you down and just says,
Yeah.
"Move along. Don't cause any trouble. If you do, turrets placed there, there, and there. You will be shot and killed." Just to ensure, you are all biological humans.
That's correct.
Um, as a word of warning, I assume that our local vessel has provided you with this information. If you are to bring a Xeno out of its containment, that is grounds for the Xeno life to be exterminated. Do understand that we know you have Xeno life on your ship. We are not stopping you from carrying Xeno life. We just do not want it on our grounds. Thank you for complying with this, and we hope you have a positive trade experience with Tumul 3. And the guard kind of gives you a short nod and walks away.
All right, in we go.
The station of Tumul 3 around you, filled with ships, people, and trading stalls. You notice basically dotted around are the occasional store, marketplace, restaurant, open air restaurant, that sort of thing. It's like a small village just with intermittent spots where ships seem to land. What are you looking for specifically?
Uh, our food. Because we don't have to keep track of fuel much here. Or at least he didn't give me fuel to keep track of, so I don't know if we need to do anything about that.
Probably should have, but I
Probably,
forgot
but I
that
guess we'll obviate it for the moment.
that was me.
We primarily stopped to get our food, so we're looking for where we can pick up some more so we can keep heading on to our target.
Mm-hmm. So there are like requisitions officers. There we go. That's what you're looking for, a requisitions office. And you do see one off in the distance. Not that far away, about like a 2-minute walk away. You can see it from where you are. Refueling, restocking, that sort of thing, as well as selling ship parts. By the looks of it, it seems to be the general ship restocking office, just simply called requisitions.
All right, simple enough. So we'll go inside, do our business.
Inside it is essentially like a space DVLA. You see many people packed within this office dealing with paperwork and stuff. I assume you just join the line and fill out the paperwork to get the ship refilled, given the cred stick, and alas.
That seems to be the plan. We can do this pretty easily.
Mm-hmm. There's not much required afterthought put into it. It's simply they hand you a form which has information like your ship name, class, size, amount of fuel specifically needed. So that would be however many days or units of fuel you need, and food and water, that sort of thing. Fuel is now restocked. You have yes, I mean the captain's going to track that anyway, so that's fine. With the cred stick, you pay for fuel, water, food, all that kind of stuff. Life support is refilled. You do notice,
Excellent.
going through here, that everyone seems to have that same attitude that you've been getting from people. They quickly hurry through bureaucracy, tell you, have a nice time, and they always mention, if you do something against us, we'll kill you.
So nice and inviting.
Even in this DVLA office, they seem to still say, like, if you stay here too long, we'll blow your ship up. If you stay here longer than you're allowed, we'll blow your ship up. That sort of thing.
Right. So of course, we're here in the mine to get in and out as quickly as possible. This is only a necessary stop, not a wanted stop.
No. You do notice that there's everyone here, as of course everyone who's working here at least, fits the Julthar Federation look pretty well. White hair, weird ray trace skin, similar to how Hunter has lines and burns in his skin. These people have the lines and access plate ports and the white natural hair, almost like it was bleached. But you do notice there are a lot of non-Julthar natives around you as well. But
Mhm.
only humans, and the occasional robot and that sort of like hologram person, VI, that sort of thing. But without too much trouble or necessary harm, you get out of the space DVLA within about an hour. Takes a while to fill out the paperwork, sort the transition form, get the pay sent across, but other than that, you spend about an hour in there. During this hour, is there anything anyone would like to do?
Well, most everyone else can't step off the ship, which is unfortunate. And that leaves us just like in the DLVA ourselves.
Hmm. Is there anything that Mr. One above all would like to do?
No, like I said, I'm standing on the delineation line between ship and space station, on full alert. Since I don't have to rest, sleep, breathe, any of those normal human functions, I am 100% on guard.
Okay. Mrs. Sorry, Lady Demitalia and Hunter. Is there anything you guys wish to be doing while Jimmy Raygun is filling out paperwork?
Yeah, let's start looking over the station and seeing what food supplies they have. Because I mentioned over 6 days of hot, moist, terrible food.
Right, that's precisely what I'm in line for right now.
Yeah.
So that's just
Okay.
going to take an hour, and I just kind of look and go, it's only a one-man job to stand in line. If there's anything you want to do, like go grab a coffee, just go do it.
Is it possible for me to cross-link Mr. All-in-One with the manifest of the station and the lists of what the merchants are selling here?
You could definitely send him a hail and ask him to search for that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, hey, Mister, I can search a database infinitely. Go ahead and find us the best human food.
Yeah, sure. I'll commit a point of processor to that.
So there is a lot of different restaurants here for, immediately edible foods. Of course, food for spaceships is mostly vac packed or canned.
I'm sorry, I have to
Um,
ask. To do that, my processor thing, I actually have to ask a question to be answered.
Oh, go
And
ahead. Sorry.
I guess my question would be, what would be the cheapest source of mass-produced edible human food that could be shipped, or
Okay,
that could be brought back to the ship?
Master All-in-One, please don't ask for cheapest. With like
Not to mention we already have it covered. We are full on supply.
I thought that's what I was being asked.
No, I'm asking you for the best. I should
All right,
clarify
well,
that.
reverse
Sorry.
cheapest with
Collateral.
best. Sorry, I'm used to dealing with nobles that don't like to spend money.
Hello. I believe we haven't met. I'm Lady Demetelia Vespasia.
I worked for your family for a long time. Most of your family are stereotypical nobles that don't like to spend the money. Unless they're showing off to other nobles.
We
Is
may be
this Vespasia's motto,
parsimonious.
like, I like to spend money?
Yeah, we may be parsimonious, and we may be ascetic, but no. Find us some good food.
Okay, like I
So
said, just replace the word cheapest with best.
Do you want good space-weary food, or do you want good food that you could get now while you're here?
Lady Vespasia said best, so the same thing I just said, which would be food that could be shipped, that could be brought back to the ship for space travel, but with the word best. Because
Okay.
I'm not trying to search for, hey, where's the best place to get a bite to eat on the station. I'm looking for what's the best place to buy, 18 days worth of food to be placed on a ship.
Yeah. I mean, if we can't afford it, we can't afford it, but I'd rather see what we can get.
You've currently basically been eating tasteless protein paste, so yeah, it might be nice to have some proper food. Let me.
I'm sure the places sell it. There are, luxury ships.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I'm just gotta find a table filled with all that shit, which is behind cult, behind herbalism, behind shops. I swear. Oh, do you know that whole section that says food next to factions? Fuck's sake.
Oh, wow.
What?
Well, didn't know there was tables. Now I gotta go look.
That's literally you guys right now, yeah. Okay. It would be in Dockside. So, the best the best rated food around this area by locals and travelers? Because I'm assuming you're checking the net, which means you're taking into account people's ratings, that sort of
I'm
thing.
passing through the data slab, which is the data slab is then connected as a computer to the local communications network. So yeah.
The best space travel food that people can find is roll me a d10. See which one you get. Which nice tasting paste you get. Oh. Oh, okay.
Well, again, I have nearly infinite amount of time to do this in because I'm operating at my full processor capacity. So
Yes.
I could look at everything.
I'm not reading out 120 different meals to you.
Right, but I mean, don't just pick a random one. I'm looking at the whole 120 list. You make that judgment call, please.
That's what the roll's for.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want a random thing. I want the best thing.
Okay. That actually sounds quite nice. I'd eat that. The best food known here is simply called edamame special. It is a space travel, basically canned, dehydrated food that you add water to, boil. Pan galactic cannibal blaster. What?
Well, you're not a Douglas Adams fan?
It's only the best drink in the galaxy.
It's like getting
It
your
is-
brain smashed in with a golden brick.
It is a. It's essentially
Slice of
like
lemon.
Yeah.
dehydrated crispy noodles, which taste like. Oh shit! No, got it. Which tastes like curried beef mixed with like sour nuts and spices.
So literally like a basic package of ramen noodles. Got it.
Yeah.
10 cents. I found the cheapest one regardless.
Literally, all these are like different ways of describing just like fucking curry powders and ramen noodle flavors. I'm not very inventive when it comes to food, surprisingly.
It's still
even
better
though I
than
work in...
tasteless paste, I guess.
I like edamame.
I mean, you just get a couple of things of food that you can store for a couple of days, and you just add that stuff to it.
Yeah, let's. Excellent. You've done us a great service today, Master All-in-One. I regret that you could not be here physically, but the fact that you could be contacted electromagnetically has made our spirits rise.
I feel like there's some sort of subroutine in my programming that's preventing me from correcting you every time you call me by the wrong name.
Aren't you, Master All-in-One?
I am one above all.
One above all, my bad.
That's why it's the infinity symbol with the exponent 1.
I was going to call you Lemmy for the rest of the session because it's a lemniscate, but
I almost misstepped once when you said Lemmy, and I'm like, who the hell is Lemmy? Because remember, you have 3 guys under your control who I don't recall the names of.
I know, but I was going to call you a lemniscate carrot or carrot, but apparently it's all above 1. That's
One
a weird way
above
of writing
all.
it.
One above all.
One above all?
Yeah, one above all. It's infinity exponent 1. One above all.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that follows.
It Follows was a movie. Look, you're my owner, okay? If you want to change my name, I guess legally it's yours to call.
I'll just call you number 1.
One above all?
One above all.
Why would you be one above all?
It's my name. Look, I don't know my own past either. My first memories are serving your family.
Oh, see, all above 1 I can understand, because it would be that you serve the greater good at the risk of your selfness. One above all makes you sound arrogant.
They just call him.
Are you changing my name, Master? Is that what you're doing?
Yes, we're changing your name. Your name is now all above 1.
All right. I will
That
reverse.
makes way more sense.
I will reverse the exponent.
F.
Most people would write all above 1 as the lemniscate /1.
Wouldn't that be 1 divided by infinity?
Yeah, but people would say 2 over 5 or 5 over 7 when they saw that.
So are you telling me now that my name is 1 divided by infinity?
Well, right now your name looks like it's all to the exponent of 1, so all to the power of 1.
Right, but it's more of a visual gag. That's 1 above all.
Why don't you use the up arrow that's in the Unicode?
Because it doesn't translate to Discord and Roll20, apparently.
I shake my fist. Curse there are 7-bit inadequacy.
But yeah, you guys basically get ramen noodles. I'm just gonna roll something.
With edamame, thank you.
Yes, I actually also like edamame beans. Thank you. I don't know many people who do.
It's harder to
Love that
find, but we can look for it.
Love that shit, man. As a
Oh, wait.
vegetarian, it's like
It's supposed to be
things
the
I
other way
enjoy.
around? Infinity symbol /1?
Infinity symbol /1.
Okay, I get it backwards.
All
Never
over
mind.
1.
So there is a job board here as well if you wish to look at that if you want to.
I don't think we actually have time for any jobs unless there's something on the way we're already taking. Let's see. Master Raygun. Let me see the navigation route, and I'll cross-reference it with this job board.
This is Jimmy. Yeah, we only got a couple more jumps, and we have about, 1, 2... Yeah, about, 4/10ths of a ton.
The problem is, I believe we're only getting paid. We, as the crew, only get paid for the destination. Do we actually have the authority to take on side cargoes?
No,
Well, if you
but
can
this
find
is
4/10ths of a box, you want to sneak past the captain. Have at it.
I think
But
it's also we don't have the space in the hull. Remember, we
Yeah, I
couldn't
was
fit any
thinking-
more food in there.
We have
I'm
a
not
full
just talking
cargo.
about freighter jobs. Remember, there is a whole type of job called general jobs, which are just like quests. Go here.
Yeah. I mean, I will look at that out of curiosity, but the problem is I'm just thinking to myself, like, this is my first away from home mission. The last thing I need to do is get arrested for transporting contraband or other illegal documents across into an unfamiliar territory. So I will look at it out of curiosity, but unless something leaps out at me at the most obvious thing in the world, I will probably dismiss it out of hand.
Okay, roll me a d10 then, just to see what you see. Just to see like one that catches your eye.
I mean, duty is most important. The mighty one.
That all is above.
Mm. Okay. A human scientist named Jemmy needs someone to recover an object/artifact from the ruins of system. They're on the token line now, so sector systems are hard to read. H8.
Which is...
So glad he named it by the sector.
All the way over here.
Oh, yeah, no, we're gonna... No.
I mean, if we take the long way back around...
No, we can't do... there's no planetary system there. We'd have to do a series of jumps that would take 30 days, and we can only store 20 days worth of food. You can't store food in a cargo compartment.
Yeah, it would look something like this.
No. And also...
Oh,
no.
wait, hold on. I've just realized that planet isn't revealed. Like, it must be pretty obvious that behind that red...
Oh yeah, there should definitely be something there.
Yeah, well, I'll look to this and think curious. I wonder what it was like to be one of those blasted independent people who fail to accept a proper rule and instead live their lives mission after mission like this, not knowing where their next meal ticket comes from. What a desperate and terrible lives they lead.
I can still hear you, you know.
Of course, you're recording all this posterity, yes?
Yeah, posterity.
Thank you.
Lots of laughs out of this.
This will be an excellent addition to my memoirs.
Already editing, and probably like on my end while I'm waiting, I'm just like hyper imposing like silly graphics over top of like this monologue. Gotta save this forever.
So, anything else anyone wishes to do on the spaceship before undocking and leaving?
Well, I would have liked to do something during that hour that we're waiting for the food. I would
Yep,
have
go
liked
ahead.
to, seeing that after that guard told me, that I'm, like I'm a local or something. I would like to visit a clinic so they can look over at my burn marks and give me like
Okay.
a health check.
You can head to a clinic. There is a local Gentech hospital, as it is called. You can head there. They can do a checkup on your body for only 5 credits.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll spend the 5 credits and I'll ask about is there any sort of like mental exercises I can take to recover a fog I have in my.
They spend time looking over your body. Yes, Psionics can literally give you cancer. Yeah, they can. Psionics are fucked up. Um, they spend some time looking over your burns, and they simply tell you that the burns and marks on your skin is from where cyberware has malfunctioned. They said that you appear to have used to have some form of nervous implant that was running underneath your skin that has essentially burnt out and become mostly destroyed or 95% removed. They said there are remnants of tech still in there that seem to be running in course with your body in a way of, things like small implants in the heart that just seem to add to your biological structure. As well as that, they mentioned to you about how you said, is there anything you can do to get back your memory? And they said the best way to go about that is to find a psychic.
Okay, yeah, no, psych is well, I don't say that psychics are easy to find, but okay, there's no more holistic
They said simply perhaps looking at things from your past, spending time in your home world, might bring the memories back.
Okay, I don't really know what which one is my home world, but
You
thank you
could
for answering.
also, I've just thought of another one that would work. You could also spend time in trance using lift, but they wouldn't recommend it.
Can you tell me more about that lift and trends?
Lift is a combat stimulant that, if used outside of combat, can force the brain into a trance-like state and can essentially give you hallucinations. It
Okay,
could work. People have done it in the past, but we would not recommend this as it could be damaging to the body and the brain.
okay. Is there somebody who knows? Is there like instructions on how to take it safely? Is there somebody I can talk to or write to about taking this lift safely for trans purpose? Maybe
Well,
microdosing.
there's not really a safe way to do it, but it's an injectable drug, so don't inject too much. We we,
Fair
uh,
enough.
we can sell Lyft, but like I said, I would not recommend this. Even as a Julthar Federation member of fine stock and excellent biological patterns, we fear the damage it could do to your genes.
Okay, I'll take your advice. I'll take a dosage of lift. Just I don't want to write anything out without experiment, but I'll take your warning. I'll heed your.
Lyft per time is 20 credits for a unit of Lyft.
Okay, I gave him everything, all the credits. I give him the whole credit stick. Here you go. That's everything I have.
Oh, is that literally like bankrupt you?
I had 25. Paid 25 for the medical report, and then 20 for the.
Oh, nice. She just like does nods, plugs it into a computer, beep beep beep, and hands you the empty cred stick back. Shame. Is that everything from everyone?
Looks like it. Once I get the food, I'm going to go ahead and just send a message back to anyone not on the ship that if they don't get back, I am leaving without them.
Hmm.
Well, I mean, not
Or
without Lady of Space.
Yes, how very curious
A
to
coop.
be aboard a station in space.
So you all head back to the ship. I will quickly roll something. Let's see.
What a grand day out. I suppose the novelty of this excursion might wear off after a while, but today I choose to enjoy myself.
As you're all heading back to the ship,
Today I saw a man sleeping face down in a gutter. What a curious way to sleep.
as you're all heading back, your path is intercepted very quickly by a man dressed in a bright red robe. Well, not so much a robe, just a bright red coat. He stands out quite a bit, but he just seems to have appeared from the sideboard. And
Excellent! We've finally found Capture Carmen Sandiego and bring him to justice.
he
The
looks
time
to you all.
skimmer appears.
No one
He
expects the
looks-
Spanish Inquisition.
I shouldn't have made the color orange.
We apologize, as we are horrible people.
I know. Don't worry. I know. He steps in front of you all, and you will notice immediately his bald head, very, circular, strong features, and the multitude of tattoos that cover his visible hands and face.
Oh my god, it's that scary albino from the Da Vinci Code.
You notice like the tattoos seem to be old runic writings of the sorts, covering his body, and he leans forwards and says, "Hey, off-worlders, you want to buy some goods?"
Unless you're selling Lyft, we're not interested.
Not unless you're buying.
What have you got? I'll buy anything for a good price.
Well, I do happen to have an excellent. What model are you again? All over one.
Omen. I am in Omen armature.
I do happen to have an Omen armature, but I doubt you can actually offer me fair market value for it.
Oh, oh, what core is in it? You got a VI in it? Well, I'll buy the VI off you. Oh, we'll do very good things with that.
True AI.
This is delightful.
I mean, to be fair, I do appreciate this is the exact scenario that you told me would happen.
I know. Wow.
No, not you. I had faith in you.
Yeah. What delightful local color. Thank you for the transaction, but sir, I'm afraid we are in a hurry as our flight is about to depart. I wish you the best of luck.
You've got a ship. How much? How much for passage off this station? I'll pay
sir,
you.
I'll start to walk around him and I'll say, sir, you'll have to forgive me, but uh, I'm about to tarry late, and this transaction must end here. May the Creator smile upon you. And I'll politely go past the guy.
He stammers at you and tries to stop you, but ultimately loses faith and wanders off to annoy someone else.
Well, that and my mob of 5 attendants will have something to say about that. Huh. What a curious fellow. There must be some significance to those tattoos that were upon his face, but it escapes me at the moment.
I don't suppose a know things check would happen to know that.
It would. A knowledge wisdom would know.
Oh boy, let's
is
see
that
how
s-
smart I am. You said with
skill I-
wisdom?
Mhm.
Okay. Cool. I rolled a 3. I don't know anything.
Yeah, I
Hey,
have
before
if you have a -1, can you still try it?
Yeah.
Oh.
It just means you're bad at it, that's all.
I had positive numbers
Not
for
that
this.
bad.
No, nobody could be as bad as Jimmy Reagan.
You
No, people could literally be worse.
with the collective knowledge of the party, you can assume he's probably a member of the Korea Independence. The runic tattoos, the orange robe, the fact that he was trying to possibly sell you something. Yeah, it was he's probably either a member or a local of Korea Independence Space. So
Oh,
you assume he is
terribly
definitely very,
mercenary.
very far from home.
Yes, and the fact that he's desperate for passage. However, it is not our office to pick up tourists along the way, much less someone who probably no. I can think of a multitude of reasons to leave them behind. Must
I
note
can
this.
think of a couple positive reasons relating to credits to do it, but probably more trouble than it's worth.
We're not the captain of the ship. We're just employees.
That's true.
Perhaps
That's true.
once we mutiny, take it for ourselves.
Oh, already got that planned, huh?
Well, not really.
I mean, you are in deep space, and there's, what, 8 of you and 2 of them. Wouldn't be hard.
Yeah, a fungus and a small child who already likes all over one, so would already like morale high. But there's the small matter of the title. I'm not that eager to become a pirate this early in my career. As much as
This
Dread
early.
Pirate Vespasia sounds like an excellent name.
Does sound like a great name, Master.
Well, you got the sword already. I'm sure you could fit in.
I appreciate your boldness. You have strong hearts, all of you, and I am proud to number you among my attendants.
And I'm just
I'll get
surprised
back
you
to
didn't freak out as soon as that guy approached, so good job.
He's just a man, made of flesh and bone, like all the rest.
Okay.
Might do well to learn to be scared occasionally.
Well, I'm sure that you and the rest of your might come to my aid. You defend my honor.
Well, of course, of course.
I mean, it's pretty much your only job.
Well, that and flying the ship right now.
Now, you're the captain, so I put less faith in you. Besides, if anything were to happen to me, I'm sure all over one would spare no expense, come roaring out of the bay, smiting all within his way to come to my aid.
I've got my finger, my deeded pad to record that very moment.
Well, I got it. We can change his name to Knight in Shining Armor.
I was literally just thinking how slowly my name was going to just turn into Oliver.
Yeah, I was just thinking that too. I was like, hey, it sounds like Oliver.
This one drunken night, my name's going to become Oliver on.
You have infinite computing capacity to think about that.
Well, I don't think Knight in Shining Armature is going to fit in the blank.
Well,
Okay.
considering it was a blank, used to fit only 3 digits, so no.
As well, I have been checking up on the rules. I made a mistake. It's not a big
Oh,
one.
Shit.
It's
We're all
just-
dead, guys.
Fuck. Oxygen. We didn't carry enough oxygen.
No, it's just to do with ship maintenance doesn't decrease your rolls by 1; it increases DCs by 1. So you
Okay.
should have not had that -1 to your DC. That's all.
Well, we already...
Okay, so the DC would be 12 instead of having a -1
Well,
penalty.
no,
or something.
we included that. We
Yeah,
included
I think we
that
double
made
dipped
it...
on the penalty.
Well, no,
Yeah.
that made it the 10, because otherwise it would have been a 9.
Okay.
Yeah, we included that in. We're still good. Doesn't change anything.
Yeah, still would not have crossed that barrier at all.
It's just so you guys know, it's you don't get a -1; it just increases all the DCs by 1.
Yeah. I think we've learned a fair bit today about how this operates, and that good planning is definitely very important.
Yeah, and a good quartermaster is life or death.
And the fucking Starfarer feat is overpowered.
No. I mean, he had to sacrifice getting something else to get that.
I mean, I can't do something dangerous anyway, like crossing that barrier, but I can take us planet to planet, and that's basically the point.
Hey, you can
As long as there's nothing interfering, we're okay.
You can make 2 jump things, no problem. If we ever get into a desperate situation, that's where it's going to come down to the wire.
Oh, definitely.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I assume you are packing up the ship and leaving.
Yes.
Yes, that's the intent. We have all the food we need to make it the rest of the way, preferably, and
Okay.
we can finally do our delivery.
Get me that pilot decks to take off.
Alright, time for me to crash into the station.
Forgot which direction the front of the ship was.
That's okay, it was a perfect reversal.
It was. You just kind of flick the switches. You just, and it's like you almost just you lift up and immediately laser focus. Don't crash into anything. No diversions. You don't interrupt anyone's day. You are in and out as fast as you can.
Yeah, in the
50% of
cockpit.
my takeoffs have been great so far.
In the cockpit, it's just Jimmy peering down at the control panel. Autopilot. That button. There we go.
Pretty much. Okay. You guys again pass through advertisements, and you are now out in space. I heard an
Oh, I was just gonna mention the time.
Yes, I'm going to be wrapping it up after this one last jump.
Gotcha.
So, show me the course,
complicating
Chief.
factors. Yep. Well, we're already in their space. I assume it might be more trouble to leave and then re-enter, or would it be easy enough for us to just continue along?
Make me a pilot intelligence check to see what is actually known about this planet right here. To see the actual facts that are there.
A 5.
Well, you don't stop inside of a system. You have to jump outside of a system. So
Yeah.
we don't actually have any reason to go anywhere near it. That's another thing of the rules, by the way. It says you have to jump outside of a system, and it takes like 6 hours to go into a system on a non-spike or something like that.
Yeah, you reckon it probably wouldn't be a good idea, even with a low roll. You know, it probably wouldn't be a good idea to stop on that planet.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, this is more about like plotting our course, because we're definitely not stopping anyway.
But yeah, it's not a good idea to stop there, but you could go there. You could probably go through it.
Okay. So, let's go ahead and go through that X, and then end up at our final destination.
Well, not our final destination. We plan to go to other places after this. Unless you plan to die there, Jimmy.
For our shipping journey. Our delivery service is at an end.
Are we not going back home after this, Jimmy? What are you telling us?
Unless we're delivering ourselves.
God damn it, Jimmy. What are you not telling us?
All without incident, it seems.
Huzzah!
Oh shit.
We expanded into immensity. No incident detected.
I like using the little Skyrim quest marker. I think it looks cool.
Oh yeah, it's very nice.
You arrive to the planet, well, to the system. I will give a short description of the system, and then we will wrap up as you arrive. You see that in front of you is a single local star and a single planet, known on the record as Azir. This planet, for whatever reason, oh no, sorry. The star is not producing light.
Then it's not a
Don't
star.
ask me why. Don't ask me why. It's just sci-fi.
It's a black hole.
It's a black hole.
It's actually just a gas giant, or maybe a brown dwarf.
Well, no, you see, the weird thing is those dudes from Mars.
They do, but incredibly minuscule amounts. To the point that if it was in our solar system, we wouldn't see it.
It is pitch black. The planet is known as a night world. It is a open trade hub colony, but it is a night world, meaning the only life forms that live there are either inside domes or they're using geothermal lights, electrical lights, and that sort of thing.
Wonderful.
And of course, you get when you stop in the system, you get scanned by the Jilthar Federation in a ship called Spaceships, Jilthar Federation, the Stellar Pioneer.
You know, Jimmy, I'm going to suggest you start jumping further away from the systems.
Well, I mean, we still have to approach and get scanned. I mean, unless you like getting shot down by ships 10 times our size.
What have you just suggested?
I'm just suggesting. I mean, space is kind of big. It seems weird that we keep jumping right to where their ships are.
Well, I mean, we're approaching it intentionally to try to land.
Mm-hmm.
You humans, you always stick together.
You can build upgrades into your ships to detect spike drills coming in and leaving systems. You can build advanced scanners to detect that sort of thing. Just by how spike technology works, of course, you can detect it when it happens. So they detect the signal coming in, fly towards it, intercept the ship. That's basically how that works. But we end with the party arriving in sector A5. A lot farther from home than they thought. You are, what, a good few light years away from home. 15.7 light years from home.
I would argue exactly as far from home as we thought.
If I take a
Wow.
picture at our planet right now, and we get back, I can go ahead and wait 15 years for it to arrive.
I think that's the farthest plate you could be. Sector P8? Yeah, 23.1 light
23.
years.
Well, this,
So yeah, we are done now, by the way. You guys get 2 XP.
Ooh.
Very nice.
Huzzah! I don't know what that means.
You're 1 away from leveling.
Oh. Huzzah.
So it's like 3, then 7, I think. I can't remember the exact numbers for leveling.
doubles, just a double system.
Pardon?
Just a doubling system. 3,
Is it?
6, etc., etc., etc.
Is it 3, 6, 10, 15, 21?
I think so.
That's triangular. Where's the XP blank? Oh, there it is. Okay, there we go. Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
use the same system from 3rd edition.
yeah. Let me just check, make sure I'm giving you the right amount of XP there. No character goals completed. Mission. Yeah, okay, so it is correct. 2 XP. Okay, just making sure I didn't want to accidentally skim you guys out of a level. But yes, that is our first session of Stars Aren't Numbers completed. You guys have traveled a long distance, met a few quirky NPCs, and become crew members of Mushroom Ship. Oh, the fun you shall have. How was that for you guys?
I love it. I thought it was great. It's fun.
It's interesting.
Any notes? Any input?
Took us a minute to figure out, like, how we should engage with the spaceship travel, but after that it went pretty smoothly.
It's been a long
Of-
time.
Yeah, of course right now there's the open world versus having a quest kind of thing going on where we're just kind of traveling and waiting to see what happens, I think.
Yeah, and we're not exactly in charge, so as much as it would be interesting to take on side missions, the fact that we don't own the ship and don't have a lot of space on it and don't have any agency means we're not doing that kind of stuff. So
Right.
Like I said, it's definitely a sandbox environment. If you guys wanted to just fucking get to this planet, shoot the mushroom, take the ship, it's the thing you can do. I wouldn't recommend you could do
Yeah,
it.
we
though.
could. It would just be like
Smoke the
a little
mushroom.
amoral, you know?
And I like the fact that you guys have built like a morally just characters. So map distances might not be 100% accurate. Note that the sector maps are abstracted rather than 2D maps. Yeah,
Oh no, we
they're not.
distracted him.
Sorry, you keep distracting me. What was I saying?
I'm not a 100% just
You're
character.
glad that we play moral characters.
I'm not a moral character. I just do what I'm told to do. If
I have a sense of morality.
yeah, if Lady Vespasia said kill them, take over the ship, I was all right. I
And as you
changed
know-
my name on command.
As we know, Mr. Hunter here definitely isn't moral.
Right. The
Do
worst
we?
I intend to play my character is like a little greedy because of this planetary backstory we came up. It seems fitting.
Mhm.
Look, I
So
am
what
not
about-
responsible for my actions.
What about the general history? Well, not history. Environment of space that you're in. We're interacting. You've interacted so far with Julfar Federation. Like, how do you guys feel about them? What kind of environment do you reckon they are, sort of thing?
It is as about as cartoonishly hostile as I assumed it would be after reading the blurb.
Yeah, they are. The faction stats that I rolled up for them were basically cartoon bad guys.
Yeah, they're sort of cartoon bad guys, but at the same time they actually exist as a system. Then there's this hegemony over here, but it seems slightly egalitarian, so that's cool. And
And
then
what
the independents down here just seem to want to fight everything.
Yeah, they
Orange ones.
basically they just don't like people.
Not sure what's up with the law guys quite yet. The Reds.
You haven't met anyone from there, but basically they're just like some fucking Chinese monks, and I can't wait for you guys to meet them because we get to do this like really stereotypical Japanese English.
Oh no, please don't. But you can send us there, I guess.
Also,
Yeah.
I'm happy you guys didn't get into any combat because Stars Without Numbers combat is hard, and I don't want you to die.
Right. Well, I assume
I
we'll
mean,
want to experience it at some point, but this was the warm-up session. This was nice.
What do you mean
I
by
have a few.
hard? You mean as in it's deadly?
Mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
very, very,
Yeah, I
very
have like
deadly.
7 hit points here, an AC of 14, and people will probably have anywhere from a +1 to 2 to hit.
Yeah, it
So.
doesn't look that deadly.
Well, how much health do you have, for example?
What do I have? Like 5 hit points?
Mm-hmm.
Smallest weapon I have here does
Oh.
like 1d6 +1.
I have a whopping 3.
Mm-hmm. Average laser pistol does a d6 plus 1 minimum.
Yeah. So I could go down in a single hit, but that's not going to kill me, is it? You don't die when you reach 0 hit points.
You don't
Good
die. You
question.
become. You start. Okay, so when you go to 0 hit points, you become dying.
Right.
You've got 10 minutes until you die. If you take
Yeah.
damage while down, you die.
Yeah.
And a Lazarus patch will stabilize you like instantly.
I mean, sorry, you say, sorry, I guess I'm jaded. It's like that's more generous than D&D, 3rd edition or Call of Cthulhu 6. So
Mhm.
maybe
Definitely.
yeah, so
The main risk is, of course, enemies here are intelligent. They're not just gonna shoot you and then immobilize you. If they're not looking to take hostages, they won't. Double tapping is a thing, and it tells you
yeah,
that's your weakness.
right.
Anything with some
No,
modicum of self-preservation and strategy would always be nice.
yeah. Sorry, I mean I just feel when you say like combat's really deadly, it's like, well, I've played deadlier games, so yes, I respect it, but
It's not the worst out there. It's just
it's not
something
deadly
different.
by Theta standards.
Nothing's quite deadly enough for that.
In fact, I don't think does going to 0 hit points actually kill Theta?
No,
Yeah.
I go badly damaged and I need to be repaired. But even if I lose the armature, my core can still be recovered and put in something
Yeah.
else.
They'll be fine.
That's why I'm your
Unless
bodyguard.
Semi-immortality.
That's why I'm your
Unless-
bodyguard. Well, no, I mean my core can still be destroyed. Yeah, I guess unless just destroyed by heavy weapons or the other thing.
We'll try not to explode you.
Well, I'm there to fight on your behalf, so if anyone should go down in a fight, it should be me and not you. I
are
mean,
you
number 1 on that list, Lady Vespasia, and number 75 on that list, the rest of you.
Are you immune to radiation, by the way?
I believe so. I had to check my notes for that.
I mean, you might not
Yeah,
be.
it's a
I can see
robot.
radiation might still mess up your circuits.
I know VIs are not.
It's very curious to me how much this is inspired by Traveler. So
Right. Now that I've actually seen Traveler in at least some small part, looking at this again, I see it is 100% just entirely that.
well, it's more generous than like Traveler. Like you're basically all humans. There's very few aliens.
Right, but it
And
takes like the same thought pattern, really.
yeah, but it's
In a better package is good.
the jump drive, the random generation of systems, the
Mhm.
cargo, a
Well-
lot of this is extremely Traveler
Well, the
inspired.
co-creator of the game said it was like D&D mixed with Traveler. So,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So
Yeah,
Time to
definitely.
fight our 1d4 space wolves.
to quote Jack Vance, does one call a cow bovine? So
It's definitely heavily inspired by like the two main inspirations for this system were like D&D 3.5 and Traveller, and then the main two thematic things were Star Trek and Firefly, which is it's That's why the base game is an exploration game, and then it gives you a bunch of things to add onto it to make it. You could make this a combat
Yeah,
game if you want.
I'm not seeing a lot of Star Trek, and also Firefly is inspired by Traveler, so that's redundant.
So yeah, no, I do take I do get degraded by radiation.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
I figured
good
as
to
much.
know.
I'm immune to
I don't. I
vacuum,
was
but
assuming that you were
radiation
immune
is
to
fine.
radiation as well. So that's one way to kill you.
Well, no, I mean my shell is. I don't know if my quantum
Don't go
core
walking
is.
out on the
You
edge of the
are
ship, I
deafened.
guess?
You can't hear a thing we're saying. I hope you realize this sometime,
Oh,
Manos.
I've deafened myself.
There
Sorry,
you go.
everyone else.
That's literally what I was saying. That you're muted and you can't hear us. No, I was saying that I know my armature is. I don't know if my quantum core is.
You. I'd
'Cause-
have to read it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I only picked up that I get degraded from radiation by the VI rules, and I think the AI armature says it's regarded the same way as a VI robot. But I think my quantum core is basically like you have to destroy it with heavy weapons or something.
So instead of dying, you get to float helplessly through space for all eternity. That's okay.
Yeah, I mean, I've subjected a player to that. Literally before the session started, Monos said, "You know, if you're a true AI, you'll be worth so much money that the rest of the crew will try to sell you." And we got so far before Raph said, "Hey, you know, I do own a thing like this that's worth a lot of money."
Like, I'm not even kidding when I tell you that Theta's character is worth billions of credits.
And I said,
I mean-
"No, I know these guys. They're cool. They wouldn't do that." And then Raph's like, "Yeah, I own a thing like this. How much you got?"
Yeah, I figured he wasn't going to offer me anything interesting. I was just curious. I wouldn't sell you.
I think it would be funny if you did, though.
I think I
Well,
like having a tank.
Yeah, he'd have to offer me a lot more money. I don't think he had any money. I was
I
just
mean,
curious
I
as
am
weirdo is.
literally a tank.
I thought he was going to be some weirdo religious fanatic or something, but nope. He didn't have anything we wanted. Just some random guy trying to buy stuff at the airport.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. That was an actual full what, like 4 hours?
Yep.
Yeah.
6.
Rather than my usual like 2.5. So yeah, you got a full game out of that. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves anyway.
Oh, I did. I'm really liking the character.
Yeah, I like the only character I don't know what to do much about with is Mr. Raygun. I don't know how to build an arc for you because you're just kind of like a dude. You're just a guy.
You're right. I am right now. I haven't put a whole lot of thought with it. I've kind of been running on. I've just been kind of going out and doing things on a limb here. So maybe I'll try to get something solid down and like actually give you like leads and hooks to work with me here.
Because I've got plenty written for all the other characters. It's just I don't know what to write for you. I don't.
Mhm.
I want to write a decent backstory. I've got this is all above meta now, but like Thea's character, for example, he's gonna find he's got like end goals and stuff like that. We've got
Right, we have like our literal princess here. We have like an amnesiac psionic experiment, and I'm just a dude.
you just. I kind of like
I'm
that.
the straight man to this whole party. I'm not the person who has interesting stuff happening. I'm the one getting thrown into this whole mess.
I imagine that I am the giant robot from Black Hole that just doesn't kill his master at the end of the story.
Well, who knows? You get that
Oh
full
man,
blade.
if you could fly like Maximilian, yes, definitely.
In zero G, I can. In low G, I can. I can't under gravity.
Well, we gotta fix that.
I mean, yeah. Well, you could just buy a new armature, just the Falcon armature, which allows me to fly. I just thought I'd rather be full on security for you than flying around. My choices, I felt, were either between
Yeah,
Angel.
bodyguard rather than like Air Force.
Yeah, well, I could have gone Angel, which is heal and repair, Falcon, which is flying around, or Omen, which is basically you don't get past me.
No, I think you made the right choice.
I do have to say though, I hate Starfarer. It takes any risk out of flying, which I guess is good for players. But
Well, I mean, not
Well, I
really.
mean, there's still risks but we've chosen to intentionally not take those risks because if we were to roll for it, we could never make these DCs.
Well, yeah, because if you ever had to go like a quick jump because we're being attacked or some shit, then it goes from no roll to roll, or if our systems, I guess, were degraded more, that's or our charts were a couple years older. All these things would cause us to have to roll. We're just in the very, very small sweet spot of not having to roll.
Yeah, I imagine the first ship that you guys actually buy yourselves is going to be like some fucking, like Firefly, like a genuine piece of shit that just about holds itself together in space.
Right,
So-
and to like be able to fly that properly, I'm gonna need like more skill, more dexterity. Then maybe I could actually roll tens. And then we'll be okay-ish.
Mhm. And of course, like there are things like even if you can't roll, even if you don't have to roll, you could still encounter something on the way. Because spike drives are fun.
I can only imagine like how absolutely dangerous this would be for a group that just did not actually have a pilot.
Not
A
having a
bunch of
pilot.
people get
Well,
together, don't plan, and then go, how are we gonna fly this ship? Oh, I guess I will have a +1 dexterity.
the malfunction chart isn't all that bad. It has some extreme bad results, but most of them are like, one of the ship systems gets damaged, or you make it there, but you wasted a lot more time than you had to. Which
Right,
can, I
yeah,
mean,
but combo that in with like, and an event happens when we get there, would be not great.
yeah, I mean that's a different thing. I don't know anything about that.
Mhm.
What did you say, sorry?
I said that's a different thing. I don't know anything about that. The event
No,
happening
like
when you get there.
Well,
oh
like,
right.
you know, it's like, oh, our engines are damaged and we'll have to spend an hour to repair them, but also there are pirates here and we need to escape.
Yeah, things like that happen.
So it's like, a combo like that would be like, oh, well, now because we took this risk, we've actually fucked ourselves a little bit.
No, I jump out of the ship and attack the pirates with myself. You guys repair the engines. I'm sure that once I rip a hole in their ship, they'll be less of a threat. Alright, I rip a hole near the bridge. Now we rip a hole near their engines. Now we rip a hole near the power source. None of their ship has oxygen. We're safe.
I find it so funny that you can literally rip through ships.
Yeah, it takes me 5 minutes to rip through a normal ship holes and everything like that. I can rip through normal doors and things like that in 5 rounds.
Yeah, he's the
Other-
Marine.
Other than that, like going forward, if you guys got any crystal clear cut plans, things that you want to do?
I'm getting into a fight.
Survive a fight.
Okay, I can definitely work some. I mean, there are. The planet you're going to has a bit of let's say instability right now. There's a good chance you might get jumped,
I mean,
even
Hooray.
though you
they don't
even though
Yeah,
you've
like.
got.
considering we're delivering medical aid and weapons to it, I figured something was going on it.
Okay,
So-
well, guys, if we wrapped up, I need to get away from the computer for a bit.
Yeah,
So,
same
thanks
here.
again for running the game.
Yeah, man, no worries. I'll talk to you guys all in the week and stuff, and thank you for coming.
Okay,
Thanks.
Thank you.
catch
Yeah,
y'all
good day.
later. Thanks for running.